Is it really that cheap to live in the Philippines? Well, there is someone that goes by the name of Nate Hovey that will tell us all about it in his video called The Cost of Living in the Philippines. If you are new to this channel, welcome! Maligayang pagbabalik sa aking channel. My name is Ovela. I am a sound engineer, beat maker, and content creator on YouTube. I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel and smashing that like button. And of course, make sure to follow me on Instagram at musicgamenews because that is where you can DM me suggestions just like this one. And without further ado, let's find out about how cheap it can be to live in the Philippines. Let's get to it.
Hello again, and welcome back to another exciting video. This time,
Hello
I'm
again.
going to be mixing things up a bit and giving you a special peek into my life here in the Philippines. I've been living on the main island of Luzon for over 2 years now,
Luzon.
and it's been such an
Okay.
incredible experience. Today, I'm specifically going to focus on a common curiosity for foreigners thinking about moving abroad. How much does it actually cost to live here?
The cost of living in the Philippines. Let's go.
Years ago, when I just started getting outside of the United States to explore the world, I often wondered what it would be like if...
Okay, so he's American. I'm not American. I'm Canadian. But I guess, you know, the Canadian dollar and the American dollar are not that far off, right? So I can relate.
I suddenly plopped myself down into a foreign country with no return ticket home.
Damn.
How challenging would it be to adapt? Could I find ways to live like a local and afford it? Over time and with experience, I realized that adjusting to life overseas wasn't as daunting as I had originally expected. And the cost of living abroad, especially in a place like Southeast Asia,
A lot cheaper,
could be
right?
much lower than anticipated.
Yep.
I do hope that the information in this video will be insightful and useful for many of you out there.
I hope so too.
And for my very supportive audience here in the Philippines, I'm totally aware that I'm going to be covering a lot of what you already know as locals. But I would greatly appreciate if you can drop a line in the comments below with your tips and suggestions for expats and travelers. Oh, if you can give a shout out to your favorite destination across the Philippine Islands, somewhere special and off the beaten path, I would really appreciate it. Okay, so how much do I pay to live here in the Philippines? Well, let's jump right in and break it down.
He speaks like a news anchor. He takes long pauses between his sentences.
So right now I'm staying in Angeles City, which is about an hour north of Manila. And I really like living here because you have this large urban setting that's right next door to the Zambales mountain range and vast tropical countryside. It's just beautiful. I love immersing myself in nature and hiking around in the nearby wilderness. So this location provides an excellent blend of city and country life. I'm not on a terribly busy street. Come along this pathway and I'll show you my apartment. I'm on the second floor, so fortunately I get a bit of a view of the jagged mountains off to the west. It makes for some amazing sunsets, for sure. Okay, welcome to my little studio apartment.
To his
which
humble
I'm currently
abode.
renting from a kind Filipino landlady just down the street. I didn't need a lot of space, so I was fine with the basics for a fully furnished unit. This is my living room. You can see I have my couch on one side.
That's very green.
TV on the other. This is my dining / work desk.
Yeah.
Got a window for some natural light, which is great. And the all-important air conditioner. I'm so happy I have that, especially for the scorching hot months.
Yeah.
And then over here I have a kitchen
It's a
with
necessity.
appliances and dishes. On the other side, this is my large bed with closet space on the other side.
Large? That looks like
This
a
is kind of
queen bed,
interesting. Right over here, I have another small kitchen. This is called a wet kitchen here. So I can do cleaning or do preparation for cooking.
A wet kitchen?
And not have the smells come inside.
Oh,
On
that's
the left,
smart.
This is my bathroom with a generously sized shower with hot and cold water. Yeah, pretty much everything that I need for a tiny, cozy place like this. At the moment, I'm currently renting this studio with Wi-Fi included for a price of 13,000 pesos per month.
Whoa!
That also includes cleaning
What?
twice a month. Now, there are
1,300 pesos per month. So he said $271 per month. That is cheap. It's not the cheapest, but it's still cheap. I remember when I came here to Canada in 2006, my first tiny studio in Montreal cost me around 450 Canadian dollars. So this is still cheaper per month, of course. 450 Canadian dollars per month. Today, it's impossible to find that price. I'm pretty sure that today you will have to pay for that place at least 600 or 700 Canadian dollars with the inflation and everything. So this is actually very cheap.
places throughout the city that are much cheaper. For example, you can find a small and furnished apartment for as low as 5,000 pesos per month.
Oh.
However, I needed furniture, appliances, and internet.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate to find a pretty good deal for this gated apartment complex.
Can you imagine? It's like $100 per month. It's freaking 30 days. You just pay $100 and you can live there for 30 days. That's incredible. Even if it's not furnished.
For the Philippines, the internet speed is decent.
That scares me a bit.
So yeah, between 40 and 50 Mbps download speed.
Hey,
and about
the upload is not bad at all.
30 Mbps upload speed, which is enough for me.
Yeah.
If I were paying for the internet service, it would be about 1,500 pesos per month. And also if I were to schedule additional cleaning, that would be about 300 pesos for every cleaning session. As for utilities, the cost of city water is about...
Wait, so he said he would be paying $31 for his internet? Let me rewind just quickly.
25 to 30 Mbps upload speed, which is enough for me. If I were paying for the internet service, it would be about 1,500 pesos per month.
That's not cheap.
And also if I were to schedule additional cleaning, that would be about 300 pesos for every cleaning session.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
As for utilities,
$30 for the
cost
internet?
of city water is about 213 pesos, while the cost of electricity is approximately 2,500 pesos. Of course, the cost of electricity can change quite a bit during the hotter months.
$52 per month? Dude, that is very expensive. I mean, I know some people here in Canada that paid that price for 3 months. Wow.
Oh, and while I do use tap water for cooking, I do order purified drinking water from a local supplier. And they have numerous filters in place to ensure the water is safe to drink.
Nice.
Each blue container holds 20 liters and costs 25 pesos to refill.
That's cheap.
Also, delivery is free. Oh, before I forget, I've got to run a few errands, so why don't you come with me? I'll just quickly drop this off outside. The fee for trash collection in front of my unit is minimal, only 200 pesos per month.
Ah, this was during the pandemic. Okay. Let me see when he uploaded this. 2 years ago, yeah, so it was during the pandemic. Okay.
A short walk away from my front door, I have a handy laundry shop, which is similar to many others scattered around towns and cities throughout the Philippines. Now, it's tremendously convenient because I can just come and drop off my dirty clothes and then return later once they've been washed, dried, and neatly folded by shop employees.
Sweet!
Now here, the price is 28 pesos per kilo of clothing. So for me, that works out to be about 300 pesos per month for laundry. Not bad.
That's really good, actually. Especially if they do everything for you. You just drop the clothes, pay, and that's it. That is amazing. You don't have to fold them. You don't have to do all that extra work, on the side. Love it. Basically, it's as if you were back living with your parents and your mom did the laundry for you, No more responsibilities. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome.
We're now at SM Mall, which is only about 7 minutes away from my apartment. Let's head inside and grab some groceries.
So far, I'm enjoying his video, and I think that it is filled with useful information, but I'm not really into his delivery. It feels a little bit too rehearsed, a little bit too robotic, not natural enough. I don't think it's wrong for people to leave like mistakes in their videos, When I record my reaction videos, even if I stumble on my words and stuff like that, most of the time I leave it in because it just makes the video, makes it feel normal, regular, natural, organic.
Thank you very much. Okay, the grand total for this little shopping spree was 1,374 pesos
$30
for some basic items. I would say on average I spend between 4,000 and 7,000 pesos for groceries and kitchen supplies every month.
Wow.
I tend to splurge a bit on things.
Oh, that is amazing. I probably spend when I go grocery shopping per week, maybe? It varies between $90 Canadian dollars and 140 Canadian dollars per week, okay? I don't know how much that is in American dollars, but it shouldn't be too far off. So, yeah.
Like cheese, sauces, yogurt, and imported cereals. So that can lead to higher prices at checkout. With all this talk of food, what do you say we go for a picnic? Come on. This is really nice. It's a perfect day to be outside enjoying such amazing weather. Although I think I'm starting to get a sunburn already. I always burn here. But check this out. I'm going to order some food using Food Panda. Now, Food Panda is one of the most popular food delivery companies out there in Asia. It's kind of similar to DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub.
All right.
Now, for the sake of easy global comparison, I'm going to order a Big Mac meal from McDonald's. And you can see from the app, they have a lot of great discounts. This is very common
just like
for
Uber Eats.
These online food delivery companies.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like they have a 50% discount up to 75 pesos off. So that's about $1.50. Pretty good. I'll confirm it. And we're set. The food should be here in about 20 minutes. In the meantime, let me talk about credit for calling, texting, and mobile data. Postpaid phone plans are offered all over the place, but I prefer to have more control over what I pay based on what I need from month to month. Basically, I pay cash to load credit onto my phone at a grocery store or 7-Eleven, and then I subscribe to a prepaid call, text, and/or data plan that is valid for 1 day, 3 days, or a full month if needed. I usually pay about 250 pesos per month, but for someone who needs unlimited calls, texts, and a fair amount of data on a daily basis, prices range between 300 and 500 pesos.
It's still
on the
very
lower
cheap.
end.
It's still very, very cheap.
Data speeds are inconsistent, but improving over time. 4G LTE is available in most urban areas, and 5G is now rapidly expanding across the Philippine Islands in select locations.
That's rough. That looked really
McDonald's
bad.
will be here in less than 5 minutes. You can actually track the rider, and this is very good. I'm getting hungry. Looks like my food is here. Great.
I wonder, do you leave the tip, like you give the tip to the guy, like right
I'm telling
there?
you, I don't
Or
get
through the
McDonald's
app?
that often. But this looks really good. Actually, one place that I do eat at fairly frequently is one of the most popular fast food chains in the Philippines. In fact, I think it is the most popular.
Jollibee.
Jollibee.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but they really have some amazing food, great deals, and for some
Super
reason
meal.
they have the best
Not even
pancakes I've ever had
$4.
at any fast food restaurant globally. Another thing I have to take care of today is my visa for the Philippines. So I'm now at another shopping mall
every
about
30 days,
15 minutes
right?
away from my place. And inside they have a field office for the Bureau of Immigration. So I'm going to head in and show you exactly how I'm able to stay here legally.
Legally.
Hello. So when I first arrived in the Philippines prior to the pandemic, I was given a stamp at the airport, or a visa on arrival, which allowed me to stay in the country under a tourist visa for a little less than a month.
Yeah.
I think 28 days to be exact. But if a foreign visitor decides to extend their stay in the country, just like I did, the Philippines Bureau of Immigration offers 2-month and 6-month extensions.
Oh,
And
sweet.
these can be obtained over and over. The 6-month extension is only offered in Manila, so I choose to get an extension every 2 months at this field office.
Okay. It's probably more expensive if you choose the 6 months one. See, this is teaching me a lot.
All I have to do is fill out a small form with my information, provide my expiring visa and passport, pay the extension fee at the cashier's desk, and then wait about 2 hours to retrieve my passport.
How
and
much is
new
the
visa
extension fee?
document. Normally, I just grab a bite to eat and do a bit of shopping in the mall to pass the time. Today, I'm paying 2 charges. One is the typical extension fee of 2,840 pesos, and the other one is a yearly fee that you have to pay for an iCard. It's an identification card for foreigners here, and that is 2,400 pesos. All things told, I usually end up paying about
It's not cheap, to be honest.
20,000 pesos per year
Oh,
for
boy.
immigration charges and visa extension fees.
Yeah, that's not
Which
cheap.
really isn't that bad.
I
In
don't
some
know.
countries, you have to completely leave and come back for a visa renewal every
That's
so
true.
often.
It's convenient,
So
but
I'm
it's not
thankful I
cheap.
don't have to go through that hassle.
Yeah, it's
Okay, well,
it's convenient,
that was
but it's not
pain-free.
cheap.
After turning in my forms a few hours ago, I now have my passport and official document showing that my visa is valid for another 2 months.
All right.
Well, I think that has to be the cheapest amount I've ever paid for parking.
Honestly, if I were him, I would take a 1-day trip to Manila to just get the 6 months visa, you know? I think that's more convenient.
10 pesos. Alrighty. As the day starts to wind down, I thought I'd take you to one of my favorite rooftop restaurants in the city, 88th Street. This is really a beautiful spot because from all around you get tremendous views of the area. On one side you can see Mount Arayat, which is a lone and active volcano that can be seen from all around Pampanga, and on the other you can make out the ridgeline of the Zambales Mountains I mentioned earlier. Just stunning. So this evening I'm ordering one of the top sellers here. It's the pork steak with pepper sauce, and it comes with 2 side dishes. I'm also getting an iced tea, and the total for all of this is 420 pesos. Can you believe it?
Oh
It's
my
rare to find a
God.
rooftop restaurant in
$9, and it sounds like he is eating at a top tier restaurant, right? Here, oh my gosh. If you go to an expensive restaurant here, you will pay at least per person, at least minimum, I would have to say at least $40 to $50, even more than that. This is crazy.
any city with prices like that. So let's look at everything and answer today's burning question. How much does it actually cost for me to live in the Philippines? I will include several items that I didn't mention earlier, like what I pay to get a haircut, contact lenses,
please.
and even a massage. Miscellaneous will include optional expenses like going out to eat, ordering food online, or even going out to the movies. My Honda scooter and the associated fees are going to be on the side, but
haircut, it's basically $1, $1.25. You know, I was shocked when I immigrated here to Canada, when I actually saw how much it costs for a haircut here in Canada. The cheapest minimum without the tip is $20 Canadian dollars. So what, like, I don't know, 15, 14 American dollars. In the Philippines, it's $1.25. That is cheap. A massage, I really need a massage. Dang, $6. Contacts, okay. Wow.
For most other payments, I will put that in the monthly expenses category. When we add everything together for the grand monthly total, it comes just below an estimated 28,600 pesos. It's not nearly as cheap as it could be, but it's far below what you would be paying for luxury living.
So he pays, let's just say $600 American dollars per month to live in the Philippines. So let's see how much it is in Canadian dollars, okay? So 600 USD to, okay, so 800 Canadian dollars per month to live in the Philippines. Oh, how much do I pay to live here in Canada per month? I would have to say more than double that. At least 2,200 Canadian dollars. Oh my goodness.
In Southeast Asia. Of course, it's only a fraction of what I'd likely be paying almost anywhere in the United States.
All right, thank you, boy, for all the useful information. Your delivery could use a little bit of work, you know, it just does not feel natural. It really does feel very, very rehearsed, but other than that, I thought the video was very helpful and useful for foreigners who intend to either live in the Philippines or just visit the Philippines for, I don't know, 28 days or a little bit more than that, you know. So that was great. You know, like some prices were definitely shocking, but like he said, you know, it's cheap, but it's not the cheapest. I'm pretty sure there are other Southeast Asian countries that are cheaper to live in compared to the Philippines. But still, you know, like I can easily see myself go to the Philippines for at least the amount of, you know, 28 days, you know. Oh boy, so I am wondering when I actually buy my ticket for the Philippines, because when I go to the Philippines, it's not gonna be just the Philippines. I'm gonna visit other countries, and I intend to finish with the Philippines, you know, so that I can choose if I want to stay for longer or not. So should I take my return ticket in advance, you know, at the same time as my ticket to go there, or no, I just go, you know, enjoy the Philippines and decide after when I want to leave? I'm pretty sure that you guys are gonna vote for the second option, and I think it's the wisest, because I don't know if I'm gonna have fun or not, if I'm gonna wanna extend my trip, my stay in the Philippines. So yeah, I think that's what I need to do. But the thing is, the return ticket, if I buy it on the spot later on, it's gonna be a lot more expensive, right? So I'm gonna have to think about it. There you go. Let me know in the comment section below if everything that he said is pretty much accurate, you know, more or less. Maraming salamat po. And of course, if you found value in this video, do not hesitate to check out my other reaction videos right here.